So, welcome to the part of YouTube that is designed by YouTube to make people want to fucking kill themselves. Welcome to YouTube, where if you support their agenda, they will generically alter your views, while generically altering all of the views, everybody's views. Even if you support their agenda, they are limiting even your views. As long as you're a real person. They limit your views just to cover up what they're doing. They limit your views just so they have an excuse to limit mine. Just so they have an excuse to limit major American news companies. But you know they don't limit the views of? Fake news Russian propagandist Jason Alexander. Nope. Had no problem with that motherfucker. Sam Cedar, there to tell you why. You know, anybody who has money is bad, and only Bernie can ever be good. No. Recommended. Here's my subscription list. MSNBC never shows up on here. Excuse me, you miserable fucking shits. I was busy pointing out the evidence of your fuckery. Do you mind? You go to the point of 1 hour. Okay? 38 minutes, 56 minutes, 57 minutes. Excuse me. I go to my regular subscription scroll. 21 minutes, 27, 32, 35, 48, 50 minutes. Here's where we should have all the MSNBC videos. No, nothing. Not a single MSNBC video ever shows up in my fucking subscription list. Ever. Ever. They're right there. But YouTube fucking hates America, and MSNBC reports on Russia. So they do everything they can to not only let people steal their fucking views and get paid for it, just to keep MSNBC as a company from prospering. But then they basically keep people from actually being able to view it as a whole. You understand, Russia is a weapon. I mean, YouTube is a weapon. It should be a company. It should be what they say it is. It's just not. I should be able to go on here and seek startup capital for my fucking investment. I have the most profitable business plan ever fucking written. Okay? It makes Bill Gates look like a fucking grocery store bagger. Okay? None of these fucking people you've ever heard of, CEOs, entrepreneurs, investors, none of them could ever think of what I have planned. Ever. Ever. They don't have the life experience. Period. They've been too busy sucking on the fucking silver spoon dick of their father's wealth for their whole fucking life. You gotta actually experience the problems of the world to be able to solve them. You know what? this fucking illegal internet monopoly, racketeering as a foreign agent in this country. The almighty fucking Google that we're all forced to bow down to as if it were the fucking government. They make sure that the only fucking people that get recommended, the only people that get recommended to you when you're looking for a product, when you're looking for a service, when you're looking for a place to invest your money, are companies that are guaranteed not to do America any fucking good in the long term. You know, I knew we were just in the era of useless fucking troll spam companies when I saw DHL come out. We already had FedEx and UPS. What the fuck did we need a bunch of goddamn yellow trucks? But look at all our yellow trucks. Go fuck yourself. You didn't fucking invent shit. You didn't think of anything. I'm so sick of fucking troll businesses. You know what? My company. I have some acquisitions in mind in the eventual future. You know what things I want to acquire? Shit that I invented when I was fucking 5. Took people 20 years later to fucking come out with the shit. It took me 20 years later to have a fucking paper to write a business plan on. Once again, I could fucking kill myself live on camera and it wouldn't even go viral. I found my knife. You know what's really frustrating is not getting the time to meet with somebody. Because their business is going to shit. And all you want to tell them is how to make their business stop going to shit. But they don't have time to meet with you because their business is going to shit. I didn't get my fucking meeting today. And, you know, wanted to take the eggs out of the basket and whatnot. So I go and I do an internet search. Trying to find startup capital investors, right? I've got the people that were looking at my plans before. I had the ROI at, 7 years instead of 3. 5 to 7 years, right? That's okay. Nobody fucking cares. 3 years. 3 years, and then the 4th year, and then the 5th year, you're making what you fucking put in. It's a double your money type deal. A double your money every year type deal. I'm actually considering going to work up at this fucking real estate office. Because they keep making changes. And they're the wrong changes. And you know why I have no problem saying that Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, and Jeff Bezos, and all of these people aren't just like morons compared to me. They're not even on my level, okay? It's because I've seen everything that they've been doing over the years. Jeff Bezos, while completely appalling, has at least been an effective strategist. To a point. Now, if he was only just an idiot compared to me, I might leave it at that. But like I said, he's not even on my fucking level. So he doesn't get that he's basically destroying the world for his fucking posterity. Anyways. What has me in a bad mood isn't being dicked around today. I can handle being dicked around. It's the fucking internet. The internet is just so fucking useless. I can't get over the fact that putting something in quotation marks has no effect. Anyways, how's it going, Mr. Conway? Thanks for joining. I should have known I was getting too optimistic. Yesterday was just a fucking rainy day. I should have just been like, fuck it. But, yeah. I think I'm gonna keep my eyes and ears open and keep trying to get the attention of other people. But at this point, I'm just trying to save a world that doesn't want to save itself. I can't even use a fucking Microsoft browser and a Microsoft search engine without getting fucking Google results. It's the same fucking algorithm. It's ridiculous. And Google hasn't acquired, okay, let me just put it this way. Not only do these businesses historically make mistake after mistake that I've been able to see since I was a teenager, okay? Just like, what the fuck are you talking about? No, that's not where you go as a company if you want to grow. And, it's like fucking painful to watch. I've just been watching it since I was a fucking kid. Smarter than these fucking CEOs since I was a kid. With limited information, still able to make better decisions than them. And then, there's not just what they do with what's on their plate, but there's just the unlimited amount of fucking actual ideas that I have just for one given company if I get interested in it. Honda, for instance. And I don't mean to bitch and whine, but I gotta bitch and whine. I just feel like bitching and whining right now. Because, basically, There's a whole bunch of goddamn Russian agents and communists and just useless fucks just laundering money out there under the guise of startup investment. And I'm sitting here looking for a real startup investor, and I gotta scroll through all these fucking Ponzi schemes and money laundering operations disguised as startup investments and startup investment banks. Where we will invest as little as really? Invest as little as $100? For what? For somebody to buy some weed? If they don't smoke it? Because that's the only way you're gonna make money off of $100 is if you don't smoke and you're selling weed, crack or something. Yeah. But I read that shit. We will invest as little as $100. You fucking kidding me? I need $420,000 to make somebody 451 within 3 years. And then another 451 or more from thereafter. So what you're looking at is a 10-year net of 700%. 700% fuck. And I can't find an investor. Half the fucking people don't even receive my emails. Oh, I get an auto reply from the fucking Dave Ramsey show. You know, anytime I stop by Shilligan's Island. Oh, yeah, the skipper's always there to greet you. But I don't, like I was calculating my my net possible revenue just with fully designed inventions, okay? Just with main focal points. Not gross revenue, not this is how much I think I can make off of these things and how big the market is. Not gross. No. How much I think these things will actually profit. You know, cost minus marketing, just like basically taking the retail of $20 or $40 and reducing it down to just a couple of dollars, and then multiplying it times the market. That's where I got just part of my part of the fucking operation. I was at $877 million. Okay? And then from there, I extrapolated what would happen if those numbers were more than just minimal figures and went beyond a basic American market. Okay, and bear in mind, I was, using sales figures in like the small millions. Okay, not just how many people in America would need these things. Need these things. These are need products, not just like random little fancy fucking wants. No, this is something that, like, if you're a responsible man, you're gonna have one of these things in your car. If you're a responsible hospital, you're gonna own these products, etc. Like moms are gonna need these things. They'll like socket covers, only more proprietary. Like Lysol, as much as people need Lysol, need. Okay? I got plenty of products for flood zones and climate impacted areas, but that's just not my focus, because you need to have other focus to be able to fund that kind of stuff, to make that affordable, because, you know, climate impacted areas are poor, you know. My total extrapolation puts my parent company, okay, the 877 million was not only just within America, but it was a limited selection of products, okay? A limited selection of products and companies. My total extrapolation for all the businesses is 110 to 121 billion dollars per year, okay? And when I say I can't tell you what it is, would you want me to tell my competition how to make what I want to make? Would you want me to tell Russia how I can stop a missile in its tracks? I'm not going to fucking email anybody the details of this stuff. All I can do is give them the ROI of the basic plan. The basic plan is gross of 1.5 mil at 3 years. You get 451 back. You know, the rest gets reinvested. I got a strict percentile reinvestment strategy that basically takes that and grows everything else from there. 5 years, we're at 21 million a year. 7 years, we're at 877 million a year. 10 years, we're well into the billions, tens and maybe 100 billion. And I don't think it'll take 10 years for the whole plan to kick off if I just got some proper fucking investment and support. And it's like, you know, what are you going to do? Complain about me being me? I got to be me to be able to do this. Nobody who didn't have the life that I've had could possibly come up with the plan that I came up with. Period. There ain't no school you can go to that teaches you this kind of shit. This is every aspect of life refined, as if it was an ancient civilization revived. Only, in one case, it's just fucking stopping building cell phones like morons. That's kind of what I mean in general by reviving an ancient civilization that actually worked. Stop building things like you're morons. I'm just going to show people how you can build things better. We're going to have a few very original products, okay? But it's the whole business model itself that's superior in every way, as well as all the products. And the reason why: stewardship and job creation. That, and of course, you know, me writing the commercials. The master of hyperbole over here. I'm like the Hyper Bowl champion. Got my Hyper Bowl championship ring. The little sudden burp that I couldn't hold back by. Ever just a burp just come out before you can even hold it, man? Oh, fuck. Burp thought it was a word. Didn't realize I was done with my sentence. This is my favorite house shirt. Look how old this thing is. Hard Rack Cafe from New York City, right? Look at the fucking collar on this thing. That's a house shirt right there. So how's it going, Mr. Conway? I apologize that I couldn't have better news for today. Hopefully, these people will get their shit together. And this guy will have time to, I don't know. I can only imagine that maybe he thinks I'm conning him, like what without seeing the actual fucking plan. He somehow doubts it. It's too good to be true, you know? I could see how people might think this is too good to be true. I have specifically designed the destruction of Facebook and Google. An end to the monopoly of cell phones. Personal communication in general. I have designed a for-profit doom for those fuckers. Okay? You know how much money they make? Well, I'm not going to make all that. I'm going to intentionally break up the market, so I'm going to make a small portion of that. But you're still talking about billions of fucking dollars. Thing is, as far as that infusion that I'm actually asking for, none of that should matter to these people. That's all just bonus, you know? I'm going to try to pitch it back to the people in New Zealand. Like, hey, New Zealand, how'd you like to double your GDP? Well, not double. New Zealand has a surprisingly large GDP. I know, I looked it up. I was like, holy shit. It just happens to be my max figure. Isn't that? Maybe that's a sign. New Zealand's GDP is $121 billion per year. It's kind of fucked up that I have enough plans and inventions and ideas. Well, not ideas. I'm selling myself short by calling anything an idea. I have fucking designs for this shit, and I understand the manufacturing processes behind all of it. So, you know, more than an idea. But all these combined enterprises equal a whole country? That's kind of fucking hilarious. Almost as hilarious as my face. I'm an old man. Me. I'm really not used to seeing my fucking face. I like the beard better. That way it's just fucking halfway goofy. But anyways, so I'm at my 3 text limit with this guy. He didn't fucking answer my phone call this morning. But wife said he was basically on the phone arguing with people all day. So I don't know what to think about that. I do know one thing. I can't really get mad at somebody who's already involved in one business for not wanting to have their attention taken away from that business. You know, if they were in business with me, I wouldn't want them getting distracted with someone else, you know. So I can't be too mad, but fuck. Then again, for all I know, today my call didn't fucking go through, neither did my messages, thanks to Russia's bullshit. Anyway, it's just fucking frustrating. I'm spending way too much time fucking planning businesses. And like, you know, I could be getting work done and still make time to be able to plan anything effectively. All I have to do is just review the news and the needs and the problems of the day. I can always take time to meditate, to reflect. But sitting here trying to over improve a fucking business plan. My fucking legs and arms are getting out of shape from sitting around too much. Finally got my notebook back. Some pretty little sketches in here. That is a nice little floor plan right there. What'd you think, Conway? I could live there. How about you? That's some upper middle class shit right there. I wouldn't know what to do with all that space. It's like not a mansion, but like it might as well be as far as I'm concerned. Cheap as a trailer. So anyway, so if I could somehow pay back the money in 3 months, I could probably get the capital right now. If I could do a straight fucking real estate investor, that'd be one thing. But that's not what I'm trying to do here. I just can't believe how hard it is to find. I did remember a couple of people I haven't fucking called in a while, though. Might as well hit them up. There's one thing that pisses me off, it's hurry up and wait. I hate fucking working my ass off to get something ready. I'm shaving my fucking beard still. Shave my beard. And I still don't have my deal. Well, I don't know what to do, man. Just one more fucking day, got nothing done. I'm just... Oh. I'm really considering, like, could it possibly be that I actually won't find anyone to take this fucking project seriously? Like, are people really that stupid? I mean, I already learned people were that fucking stupid when nobody listened to me when I said Russia was attacking us. But I suppose there's actually people, like, who still think they're smarter than me, who still just don't understand the fucking different level that I'm on. Because I'm sorry, most people seem to me like some sort of animal bred for cattle purposes or something. I don't know. Sheep. Just meh, walking around, nibbling on grass, shitting on themselves, waiting for somebody to trim their coat so they don't get fucking caught in the weeds. Useless fucking sheep. I try to remember, it's not their fault. They've been brainwashed from the beginning. They've had their minds taken from them. That's not helping me at all. I am watching every step-by-step construction method I can fucking find on YouTube. I don't know how I feel about these foam concrete form basement things. It's just, I don't think it's quite as smart as they think it is. Just, I don't know. I just detect problems. Like, for one, all the rebar in there is just gonna rust to nothing. Because the concrete's all sealed up with the foam on both sides. And then, yeah, it's foam. It's fucking foam. You know, that shit that other stuff comes in that you throw away. You know, that. I don't want a house that's sitting on a disposable coffee cup. I don't care if there's concrete inside of the disposable coffee cup. And it looks like they've actually made them Lego pieces. They have like the little rounded button tops and everything. Holy crap. What a piece of shit. Oh, and foam on the floor. And foam on the floor. Oh, that's great. This crap. Their foam walls and their foam floor. Tell your wife to be really fucking careful. Tell your wife to be real careful with her nail polish remover. And they're putting concrete on top of the foam. That makes sense. You know, why don't they just take the concrete and just mix it with styrofoam peanuts? Might as well have the same fucking thing. You know? Why not? Probably hold up better over time. Now you're gonna have your foam all rotten underneath the fucking concrete. For every material, there's something that eats it. And we're gonna be creating some kind of weird fucking conditions that there's going to be some foam-eating bacteria going to start blooming under houses. Right. It's fucking cheap, man. It's cheap on the supply side. It's got a high markup on the retail side. People fucking charge a lot for it, you know? Because it has that feeling of permanence. And it's the same reason why people pay money for a fucking American pickup truck. That solid feeling. Does it cost any more to make? No. Just a bunch of fucking material. It's a caveman approach. Literally. Making a concrete house, basically trying to stack a fucking cave up out of the ground. The only actual use for bricks and concrete and shit like that, seaports and anti-ballistics. If you're not building something that has fucking waves or cannons crashing against it, you can build it out of wood just fine. You don't have to destroy anything's habitat. You just chop down a few trees. They grow back. Hardly ever see a fucking proper septic system anymore. Like, when was that art lost? Yeah, I don't get that either. People don't understand you can keep wood dry and it's just fine. Especially if you know, paint it. And then what happens when your concrete cracks and starts crumbling? You know, you can't fix it. It's done for. Right? And how are all the 400-year-old castles looking? Well, they've had a couple collapses here and there, you know. A little crack in the foundation. A little minor earthquake. A little land settling. Doesn't take much. Stone can be brittle. Very brittle. Concrete countertops. There we go again. Why do you even have to have laminate countertops? Whatever happened to a fucking polished wood countertop? Oh, fucking how beautiful is that? You know, whatever happened to mating up the wood and sanding it down? And building up some fucking lacquer on top? Or use urethane these days. I don't quite remember how long oil-based paints have actually been around, but it's a very, very long time. Oil-based products in general. The old tar pits were like the foundation of fucking chemistry. Right. Yeah. But that, okay. It's like I almost remember this moment. It was kind of like before science was science, and you would just kind of, or I would just kind of catalog observations. And one of the things I observed was the similar smell to different things that would rot. Okay. And then there were two types of tar pits, ones that were on fire and ones that weren't. And the ones that weren't had that similar alcoholic almost kind of smell. And I remember trying to make things rot in bottles to see if I can set fire to the gas. Apparently I just wanted to burn things. I don't know. Like that memory just came back. Just like I remember the smell of the tar pits when they weren't fucking burning. That not like roadwork tar, but like more of a like a rubbing alcohol kind of smell. roadwork tar smells like refined gasoline, whereas this smells more like extremely shit diesel. I don't know. Or crude. Yeah. Smells more like rubbing alcohol. Yeah. But orange juice and grape juice. I think I'd use lemon and lime separately, but something about the sugars in the orange seemed to make it more potent. And I don't know if we had ever figured out what penicillin was, but there was a way of mixing fermented orange with balm and using it as an ointment. So technically, wouldn't that have penicillin in it? You know, if you get penicillin from rotten oranges, that bacteria, right? I don't know. But that was used to treat the plague. They would ferment just about anything. They would ferment lily flowers. Mixing it with all kinds of different oils and powders. But it was a coconut papyrus balm that was kind of a standard skin soothing lotion, I guess. You'd buy it in little jars. Little jars about, yeah. But I remember they were mixing rotten citrus fruit, grinding it up and mixing it with the balm, and it would make this grotesque fucking jelly. And that was being used to basically cover the entire skin, the entire exterior of the body of the plague victim. I don't know, it's like, you know, you're taught that in school. Penicillin comes from rotten oranges, but I don't think it actually reaches that point. Does it actually become penicillin at that point? Yeah, coconut trees are amazing. I would very much like to grow some. I want to use coconut, timber, sugarcane, and bamboo, all for like structural um, and cosmetic materials. Like, why cut something down to size when you can grow it right to size, you know? Like little fence posts, little railings, little, like the little bars under your banisters. I want to have basically a smoker to fast dry those things. And then dip them in polyurethane. Same way we used to dip them in lacquer. I'm telling you, lacquer paint has been around for a long time. I'm trying to remember how long ago those first experiments were. You understand, human civilization was founded by people who could see the future. So inventing things wasn't exactly a long process. People would build things intuitively. Kids. It's no wonder America's growing so fucking weak when society is programmed to not recognize the qualities that give someone strength. In fact, they're basically shunned. Success has become an exclusive club for the stupid. For people who don't have any moral core. And we've basically allowed con artistry and advantage and manipulation of markets and lying and dishonesty and theft of ideas and market intimidation and exclusionism to be the basics, be the basis of success. And by allowing that, we've doomed ourselves to be an X country. And as far as how to actually restructure the economy and society and to make things better, there is not an app for that. Yeah. It's just so fucking tedious trying to conform to these stupid fucking standards and just pretending to be something that I'm not. Why? Because I'm poor, so I have to be acceptable. If I was rich already, it wouldn't be a fucking problem. I could just be whoever the hell I wanted to be. Oh. I just act like a total jackass. But no, it takes a poor person of extreme intelligence to fix the world. Period. You can't have a rich person born of a silver spoon in their mouth. You can't have just a regular, average, poor person. It's just not, that just doesn't work. They're not capable. You need someone with all the capabilities of someone successful and powerful. All that drive and focus, all that analytical, strategic thought. And you need to throw them on the fucking street. And even more, into the depths of the occult, after experiencing firsthand what it's like being in a Bible-thumping family. And I'm really tired of people trying to treat my fucking plan like any other plan that's making a little app or a little single thing. I don't have time for that shit. If it's not a problem that's costing lives, I'm not really interested in it. There's a lot of problems that are costing lives. I happen to have arranged it so that people can make billions of dollars off of fixing these problems and saving these lives. You know all I need? All I really need? I need a home loan for me, a home loan for Bobby, and a home loan for one fucking person. Whether it's Joey or whoever. Because then at least we could get the fucking land. We get started. What's the name of Snoop Dogg's little investment group? He's investing in weed company. I think it's like Costa Verde. I messaged them. Not sure when. Oh. I wonder if I should message him again and tell him to just come check out the fucking channel. Because, you know, this isn't something that I'm trying to keep to myself here. This is just a bunch of jobs I'm trying to create. I don't even need to avoid paying taxes to be profitable. I actually want to pay taxes. But anyway. I'm just trying to figure out what my other options are, and it just leads me back to the same pissed off place. There's a inventors fucking conference thing on the other side of town that you got to pay $45 to get a ticket to. I'm just again left in this place where I need my fucking IQ card. Like, no, I'm not some moron who thinks they've got a bunch of great ideas. No, I actually have the fucking plans for all this stuff. I understand the business. I have an electronic inventory and accounting management system already planned out. Fuck's sake. Integrated online marketing, custom in-store shopping carts. Tablet apps for the floor, for the retail floor. Design the buildings from the ground up. There ain't a single aspect of this enterprise. I don't know exactly what steps to take to get where I need to be. But thanks to Google, it's just you and me, Conway. I'm just talking to you about it, you know? Couldn't be like this video could be seen in the future by a bunch of people who might want to fucking invest. No. Because I tried to save my country, I'm not allowed to save the world. Fucking people are stupid. I never did anything wrong to Google. I just pointed out what they were doing wrong to everybody else. And this is the thanks I get. The preclusion of any opportunity. And it's like, these stupid fucking crowdfunding sites, they're just money laundering operations, right? Google controls who the fuck's successful. Google controls and makes just enough little businesses successful to give these money laundering sites that Google has set up to be successful. And they set up individual companies in them to be successful so that they can have a baseline percentage of basically 6% return on your investment. But let me tell you, when you go and apply to be one of the fucking people that you're, that's getting invested in, when you're one of these business startups, it's funny, they're offering their investors 6%. But they're requiring at least 20% ROI annually. So where's the other fucking 14% go? And look, fucking MC Hammer, Ashton Kutcher, Snoop Dogg, a lot of really famous fucking people have started businesses. Businesses that kind of compete with Google in some ways. But the only one we've ever heard of is basically Uber, that Jay-Z invested in. So the only way you get anything done is by destroying America. You go after the cab drivers in this country. And you basically have a fucking scheme to funnel immigrants that are basically foreign agents. All they got to do is come here and steal a cab driver's job. What the fuck is that? You used to actually have to be an immigrant to be a cab driver. Yep. Google is a fucking racket, man. Google is absolutely guilty of racketeering. They've just done it on a whole different level. They've done it to every fucking person trying to start a business for the past 20 years. They did it to my company, GetARealComputer.com. Simply for trying to preserve the independent technician market, basically. I'm afraid my new phone design won't help with that. That's the one thing I can't bring back, is the fucking local computer store. Although, this design is so damn good and opens up such a good market. Like, as in, people making components for it. If combined with my social media app, I could see actual physical locations. And in fact, yeah, it's been 5 years since I thought of this particular aspect of the business plan. Just to just to show you how long I've been fucking considering all of this. What I had in mind were basically multi-purpose physical locations. Very, very high yield, low investment per game type expansions that would basically provide a different level of customer service. Oh yeah, keep telling you to get Chrome. Mm-hmm. Because it's faster. Oh yeah. We allow it to be faster. We won't let our shit work properly unless you accept our spyware, basically. We won't let you have our service unless you let us infect your computer and give us access to your fucking microphone and all kinds of shit. And we may or may not turn that motherfucker on while you don't even know it. See, what's great is when my social media app gets launched, you're never going to know it was me that launched it. And in fact, no, I'm not going to say that. I like this notebook. I got some spiffy shit in this notebook. This is a great little boat right here. Look at that motherfucker. All right. Big bed on the bottom, little bed on top. They both fold out from a couch, basically. Yeah, that's a backwards couch on the helm. There's a backrest that pops out of the back of that, so it becomes like a lounge chair. But you know, for a rush job, that's a pretty nice sketch. Fucking. Oh yeah, let me not. Oh. Nothing too detailed about the composites there. Oh, there's some proprietary shit. Got the garages. I love this boat. There's a good boat. I can show the boats. 2-bedroom. built for high seas and marshes. Go fucking anywhere houseboat, basically. Low displacement, but built like a life raft. So it can just be fucking tossed around in a storm if it needs to be. There's a fucking giant one. Pay no attention to the fact that it looks like an ark. But that is a seaworthy 4-bedroom houseboat right there. Can't quite do marshes. But yeah, I can do Martians. But it's still a pretty shallow displacement. And designed to handle reed beds, as well as maneuver in 360 degrees. Did I ever mention I have flying ones? Yeah, I have flying ones. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that this whole time, didn't I? Now this one here, I must censor. Because I've got my fucking corporate logo sitting there right on the front of the building. Nice little castle, huh? Takes a little bit to get the full 3D effect of it. No, that one doesn't fly. No, that's not a flying one. But it's Let's see. I need to censor this. No. Yeah, oh, yes. Oh, okay. There's like all the major logos just in a list right there. Okay. Well, we can leave Easy Reefers at the bottom. There we go. So like a little bit more refined sketch on the parking lot, but actually those parking spaces are way too big. Those are like fucking 10 feet wide a piece. Holy shit. Okay, I mean, that would be nice and all, but I think 8 foot with a double line space is pretty much how I like to go with parking. Let me just put it this way. Just right quick. While I'm giving my superior business advice away, and I'm just waiting for somebody to just one day argue with me that my advice isn't superior in every way. And I've been here for fucking 3 years just trying to find someone to make a logical point against the things that I say. Especially with the whole Russia attacking us thing. But here's the deal. The parking lot is part of your store experience. One of the most horrible decisions businesses make that add stress to and devalue downtown areas and basically negatively affect their long-term business success at their individual locations is trying to cram as many fucking parking spots into that little leftover piece of land in front as possible. You need to analyze your growth better. And don't get a location that's too fucking small. Help expand and grow the town and make it a nice place instead of trying to cram yourself right where the numbers tell you to. And if you do, 8 foot wide, double lined, boxed, spaced spaces. People who pay the money for luxury cars will like to park their luxury cars in your parking lot more. And guess what kind of customers those people usually are? Luxury customers. As for everybody else, their lives are stressful enough. They don't need it to be a pain in the ass just to get in your fucking parking lot. They don't need to risk a road rage incident just trying to park next to a pickup truck because they're all up on the fucking line And if you dare park there, they're not going to be able to open their door because they're a dumbass. I personally like pray for that shit to happen to me, but I still, I take note of it every time. But then again, I never wind up taking that long at a store because I'm not a fucking yokel. I generally go in, get what the fuck I need, and get out. But anyway. So I've got this whole multiplex with different divisions and offices. You watching, Conway? You got your covered valetable entrance, right? Because this is not just a work space, it's an event hosting space as well. Because, why pay money for shit that you got? We've got shared office, divisioned, customer service, sales, billing, personnel, finance, tech support, and basically, here's the theory behind this, okay? One really good tech support guy is going to be a really good tech support guy and plenty of shit. Know what I mean? When you go down a tier, same thing applies. If they're really good at customer service, at understanding technical problems, at keeping people calm, they don't need to know the ins and outs of that particular thing. But if you're starting, say, 5 businesses, and they're all loosely associated, you can hire the same type of fucking people, the same exact people, and they can benefit from being in the same room, sharing the same space. And then you can provide your customer service team as a whole with better pay, better benefits, and a better environment. Now, while I'm continuing to give my superior level of business advice, open workspaces are stupid, except for when it comes to these kind of environments: collaborative tech support, collaborative customer service. When it comes to anybody that actually has to think, they need an office where they can just get the fuck away from, Susie and all her drama or whatever, and Tim stalking people at the water cooler or whatever. They need to, just have their little piece, and it doesn't have to involve headphones, okay? If you got an open workspace, you need to be buying a Bose ear set for all those poor bastards. Because they cannot work. They cannot possibly be achieving peak productivity in that condition. You may have saved a lot of money on office space, but you're killing yourself in productivity. However, if you're a super genius multi-inventor who can plan numerous multi-million-dollar enterprises to complement each other and basically set the basis for $1 billion corporate empire. Well, excuse me, $121 billion a year corporate empire. Um, Cheers. Then you can have a little open office plan for your joint ventures when it comes to non-planned activities. Like, what do we have? Billing, cubicles. People want their own space, but they want to be able to share stories. You know, sales. Give those fucking people's offices. Okay, not cubicles, not little phone booths. Oh God, I hate the way they fucking cram salespeople. Give salespeople offices so that they can take ownership of the company and the product that they're representing. Okay? Because you don't want a salesperson reading a script or doing like one thing that you taught them to do. You don't want a salesperson. You want sales managers, plural. Okay? Give them all offices. And set them up too. Don't just like say here decorate it. Make those fucking functional, performing, productive workstations of offices. Give them their own whiteboards. Obviously give them all a computer and, network leads and whatever the standard modern slew is for your business. But then you basically have to have kind of what you want from them. Think about this. Give your sales team offices. And then use personnel training and psychology to decorate it. Okay? I'm not going to go into any more detail than that because I have some genius shit planned, but I think that's nice enough of me to say. But just think about how that works. And you can come up with plenty of ideas on your own for whatever business it is. And something helpful for any real professional pluralized sales manager is going to be some sort of studio where they can either photograph or video themselves or the products. Don't leave it to the marketing team. You want them to have the option of doing it themselves. You want them to take the initiative of basically inserting their presence into the social media community as a crucial part of your company. As somebody who knows things about the company. As somebody who has part of the company. In his hand, waiting to show you. Because that's the person they go to. Oh, can you give me a deal? He's right there on the inside. Oh, okay, that's the direct connection. Yes. They don't just seem like a salesperson. They need to seem accessible. Every single one of them. all this bullshit about centralized. No. How about regional? How about if you're in California and you want to do business in the Gulf South? Hire somebody from the Gulf South, pay them to relocate and come out and work for you and answer the phones for the people in the Gulf South. Do you know how thrilled those people will be to do business with you when they call and Billy Joe gets to talk to fucking Susie Q? You know, come on. I just happen to use two countrified names that are also famous people or whatever. You know, Gertrude gonna call Ethel up and they gonna get to chatting and have a good old time. And she's gonna get her to charge up her husband's credit card real good. Oh shit, there was a lighter in there? Huh, cool. Save that for later. Another thing I got in here is these pink areas all represent vertical space, vaulted space between the floors. It's only a 5-story building though. And then I realized my fucking battery's dead. I was gonna play and see if that just showed up because I almost let it focus on the words. Is that even fucking visible from there? It's not really visible. Did you see anything from that comment? Oh well. The really sensitive shit isn't even on there. Like I said, this is the one that went. I go sit in an office. Some of this is like stuff that I just made up right when I did this one. Like substitute names. And then I kind of named this. I named the market center and the service center. I named them, I don't know, I guess to contract out. Common Good Advertising. Yeah, that's definitely a fake name. Oh, there's my virtual Ouija board. I like this boat. It's a cool boat. World's largest airboat. She's a fucking beaut. Didn't quite finish filling it in. I was more focused on the induction system there. It's an airboat. Roger, roger. Oh well. And we got a lovely little beach estate. Strategically positioned to and shaped to survive just absolute catastrophe. It won't be there when it's over, but it'll survive. And then it becomes the aquatic equivalent of a Klingon bird of prey. But that's got just a bitchin' look to it, doesn't it? I like that. That is nice. Ooh, I have blank pages in this notebook. Oh, sweet. I get to draw more shit. I've been like turning off my invention brain just because like I ran out of paper. There's like fucking 10 whole pages. Oh, paper. Oh, clean, nice paper that I can fucking invent more stuff on. Yay. Ooh. Oh. It's one of them things I wish I could show with the it's one of the cell phone accessory kits. Oh, there's a real home docking station. There's a great house for a standard lot. There's a small very square home. Nico, stop chewing. Oh. And the floating one. Floating two-story. Nine hundred and 976 square foot. That's the, is it 24 by 24? Tiny house with 3 bedrooms. Because I'm the fucking master, that's why. It's just me bragging, man. Undoubtedly, there are both architects and pencil drawers that are much better than me. So I get to at least take a moment and relish in the fact that I did something close to being on their level, you know? I'm sorry you're having to deal with traffic. Drive safe, brother. Don't let me distract you. I fucking hate traffic, too. It was definitely worth it for school, though. Work, not so much. People need to try to work closer to their houses and shit. School, you know, you gotta go where you gotta go to learn. Ugh. Jeez. I never drew the cutaway from this one, but this is like it's like a cross between a fourplex office space and like one giant industrial center. It's one building that can be used as all 3. Oh, yeah. It's got 4 separate units that can all be combined into one sort of multi-angle manufacturing space. The garages are ready to be converted into 18-wheeler docks. Or the garages are ready to be converted into an 18-wheeler dock. Oh. I was trying to go through what I actually showed this guy. I think that he didn't fucking call me. He didn't answer. Didn't call me back. Can't believe he didn't call me back. I just can't fucking believe he didn't call me back. He was all acting like he was excited to hear about it and shit. How bad of a fucking day did he have? That, oh yeah, the chance to make $1 billion didn't occur to him. I don't know. Am I thinking too much of it? Should I just be patient? I'm so fucking flustered. I'm tired of living here. I'm tired of smelling this. If y'all could smell what this fucking house smells like, y'all would understand why I just sit here and twitch. Yeah, that's true too. It did go to voicemail the exact same ring and a half each time, you know? Like either they're on the phone or out of range or whatever. It used to be back in the day when somebody had the little ring and a half before their phone started ringing, their shit was tapped. Instead of going straight to voicemail, I just got voicemail. I mean, I got the ring and a half and then voicemail. Boy. That sucks, man. Just wish I could fucking... Yeah, it's definitely better. I kept thinking about that guy that my mom read off. She was the vice president of the firm that led to fucking Remax, okay? She basically built Remax before it became Remax. My mom did. But while she was doing that, she embezzled $145,000 from him. I wish my wife realized how much money she was fucking capable of making up at the office up there. That's some really stressful shit when you're not making a whole lot of money for doing it. know, everything gets easier when they give you more money. $10 an hour. This is hard. Whatever you're doing, you know, I don't know what I'm doing right now, but this is $10 an hour. This is hard. $20 an hour. This is easy. I could do this forever. $5 an hour. Workman's comp. I just injured myself. And here's what happens when you give somebody a raise from 10 to 10.15 or some bullshit like that. 10.50. $10 an hour. This is hard. I need a raise. They give me 10.15. This is hard. Oh, nobody's looking. Oh, here he comes. This is hard. I still don't know what this is, but apparently it pays $10 an hour. I can't even make a joke about it. I'm like, I don't even know what body part that would be grabbing. But it's hard. I just wish I could even express how cool the little fucking tech device is. It's just modularizing technology in general. Like, there's just too much spam. There's too much spam. It's just that simple. I'm gonna get on the phone with fucking DARPA tomorrow. I'm really pissed off at them. Have been for a while though. You know, with the whole non-payment thing. Ah. But I'm just gonna ask them, what the fuck is the matter with you? Why haven't you sent somebody out to see me for 15 fucking years? Did you think that I just haven't thought of anything in all this time? I was expecting somebody to come back immediately after the Obama administration took office. But there's no record of me having ever fucking... Boy, the Bush administration was fucked up, man. That's all I'm saying. That's why I don't do anything on fucking good faith anymore. Not even for the government. Fucking people, like, seriously. Get your shit together. You know, like, okay. Like, even if I'm pretending to be the reincarnated Caesar Baptist or whatever, C- Caesar Merlin Baptist. I try to make that into one word. Smirtist. Even though I'm the smirtist. Even if I was just pretending to be the smirtist. The Caesar Merlin Baptist. Not the smartest. The smirtist. Even if of all the things that could get me, the smartest. I just loved how that worked. Um, even if I was pretending to be the smartest. Oh, if I was drunk right now, oh, this would just not be over yet. Just be falling over at this point. Smartest. Oh, okay. Just thinking about being drunk, I'm gonna get myself there. Laughing. Even if I was pretending to be the smartest. The fact that I've exhibited the capabilities should interest them even more, considering my, you know, willingness to just help in a lot of ways. I mean, I could just do a prioritization based briefing on a moment's notice. And the whole world would be a better place. But for some reason, even though I am either the smartest or capable of pulling it off, the Googles have just kind of left me in my own little corner whenever they. Oh, have you noticed like the titles that are either the more like helpful type YouTube videos, you know, like I made that one video about like title about the real estate thing. Hardly any fucking views. And then this one, nobody home. Just me and Conway hanging out. And Conway's about to get ready to go to class. It's about that time. I'm just gonna go ahead and call it a fucking broadcast. I think that even Walmart and the damage that Walmart has done can be undone. And yes, I have a very specific plan for that too. And let me just tell you, even if I can't destroy Walmart, even if I can't destroy Facebook, even if I can't put Google back in their fucking place, even if I can't demonopolize Apple just by creating a whole new type of market that they can't keep up with or will have to acquiesce to or will have to participate in, basically. It'll be cheaper and more profitable for them. They'll have a better reputation. Even if I can't marginalize them, the quality of the product I'm proposing and just how much it'll make you drool once you actually know how seamlessly everything works together. How easy it is to reconfigure, my God. It's guaranteed that I'm going to give them a run for their money. And man, you show me someone who knows as much about the history of the internet and social media as I do, and I'll show you someone who didn't have nearly as much of an actual social life. Anyways, so that's going to be all for now. Thanks for hanging out, Mr. Conway. Thanks to whoever popped in and clicked the like button. And thank you to everyone in the future who will also pretty please click the like button. Because, you know, that matters for some reason. But, yeah, it's nice. Makes me feel better.